time, and that was because when I went to get, I bought a truck during COVID, during 2020, and I temporarily financed it through Redstone Federal Credit Union, which is one of the military credit unions, but apparently I had to actually drive up there and sign the papers. They couldn't, they wouldn't let me sign the loan papers down here and have them notarized, at a sister bank.
Yeah.
Like Navy Federal Credit Union.
Yeah.
Sign the papers in their office. I mean, they wouldn't let us, no, you have to drive all the way up here and sign them in person. I was like, son of a bitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyways, that's the only time I was available, and I was only up there for about 3 hours. So.
Okay. So you haven't been by this property at all. You haven't taken a look at it.
I haven't looked at it since my son was renting it from me for several years.
Yeah.
And he had a girlfriend and baby mama, and he's an over the road truck driver.
Yeah, yeah.
So he wasn't there that much, and then they split up, and he didn't bother to tell me if he was still living there because he was paying the rent for a good 2 or 3 years, and I didn't even know he really wasn't living there anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
And they weren't married, which so I didn't. And don't get me wrong, kids do things, but he kept it from me that he had gotten married to a girl down in Gulfport, Mississippi.
Oh wow!
So he'd been paying the rent on baby mama for baby mama.
Yeah.
Live in that house. Because like I said, I'd retired here in 2017.
Yeah.
And but he had gotten married and moved in with the woman he married. Family. Don't you just love it?
Gotta love family, man.
I assume since the rent was being paid that everything was cool. It wasn't until they apparently had a huge freaking argument out in front of the house one day, and the neighbors got involved, and then I got a call from the neighbors about it, and I started grilling them about it, and then I got a card from the city about because she had stopped mowing the grass. She had thought take care of it.
Yeah.
She let the fucking house go. She let the dogs crap all over the place. I mean, she just. I took one look. I mean, I booted her immediately, but I looked at the place. They cleared the place out. I just haven't been in it since. So that's now you know the backstory.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. Now I understand why this property looks the way it does, Matthew. I'm not gonna lie to you. She hammered this place.
Okay. Oh, I know.
So
I figured it was going to cost about between. Like I told the guy, I said I played with bones with having a brain fart here. But anyways, I told him. I said, look, I already know this is about between at least 10 and 15. I gotta remember, I know people in Fayetteville lived there for 25 years.
Yeah.
I have a nephew in the construction business. So I know what I can get the work done for.
If you can get it for that low, then you need to do it yourself, because I would quote this at no less than 60, 70 grand. This is a full gut.
Yeah.
Everything.
That's retail.
Everything in this house has to go. Everything. Have you taken a look at the pictures?
No. Let me take a look at them. If you send them to me.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah, take a look at those pictures.
Are they my mailbox?
Yes, sir.
Okay, hang on. Let me look and see what I'm.
Yeah, take a look, cause 15 grand. I mean, you couldn't do anything. This whole property has to be gutted and redone. Everything, from the outside and inside, everything.
Let me take a look at what you're showing me here.
Yeah. And while you're taking a look as well, this property, once you fix it up, will probably sell for 110 to 120 on the safe end. Brand new, fixed up. Fayetteville just doesn't support.
It's got an acre ground with it. I've seen less in Fayetteville already sell for more than that.
Man.
So people are just desperate to buy houses.
Yeah, you got to show me what you're looking at, man, because I see nothing at all that supports that, especially in Fayetteville.
No preview available, but open with. What did you send these photos with? Because it's saying it's a weird file. It's asking me to open with something.
Yeah,
Let's try photo editor.
It's a Google Drive, so you can even open it just on your Google.
Google opens from Google Drive. Start now. Let's see what I can get here. All right. Before you start, dash. What the hell? Add extension. Why is it asking me to add a bunch of stuff?
Not sure. It should have just popped up as a link that'll keep you on.
Yeah, but hang on. Let me go back to my email again. Let's try this again. I clicked on it. Anytime it asks me to download something, I get real suspicious.
Yeah.
Right, ignore the extension. I mean, I do see there's an attachment. Ignore that and click on the link that that's provided in there.
Okay, hang on. Let me go. I'm reopening my email and I clicked out of everything. When I see that, I'm like, uh-oh. Last time that happened, I got some nasty stuff on my computer. Okay, click on. Okay, I've opened it up and a whole bunch of files show up. Okay.
Yeah, those are the pictures. Are you able to click on them?
I'm clicking on the first one, and it says no preview available. It says open with, and then it says download or try one of these apps.
Are you using a cell phone?
No, I'm on a PC. I'm on a laptop.
Really?
There's no preview. Oh, let me try to download for just one. Okay, and let me put this. It says a JPEG image. But let's try saving it to the desktop and see what happens.
Yeah, that's interesting. I haven't even heard of that.
Okay, it's weird. I would have to download each one of them and then open it, save it to my desktop and open it. It's a weird file. It must be geared more for cell phone. Yeah, the first picture is underneath the house, and my son told me there was a shitload of junk under there.
Yeah, my concerns weren't even just underneath the house. There's a
I've gotten any of the other ones because I'll have to open them up individually.
Yeah. I mean, I can tell you because I'm looking at the pictures right now. The bathroom floor, there's no floor in there, so that a new floor needs to be put in that, along with the outdated bathroom as well. It needs to be completely repaired. The fence, you have a fence around the property. That fence needs to be repaired. It looks like a tree fell on it. I'm guessing this is
the fence is, it wasn't a fence my son put up for his dog.
Yeah.
So I don't give a damn about a fence.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just going down the line and telling you what I see from the pictures.
Sure. I get it.
I'm guessing this is the not living room, the kitchen. There's a gaping hole in the floor in the kitchen.
How big is that hole? I know what my son told me, but how big is it?
I would probably guess my whole body could fit through it relatively easily.
Is that near the sink by chance?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Remember Dorian? I told you she turned let the water leak.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I told you about at least what I knew.
Yeah.
And I wasn't trying to hide anything. I just said, hey, this is what I know about from what my son told me.
Yeah, I remember.
And, so it doesn't surprise me. So what if you want to back out of it, that's fine with me. I'll go in this spring and do what I got to do.
Yeah, at 72,000. There's just no way. I know he said that you're partly seller financing it, so you have about 20 grand left. Was that correct? 15. Well, look, this is what I could do, and I don't really have room to negotiate at all. I'd be able to take over that 15 grand, so you don't have to make a payment on it, and then I would give you $10,000 to walk away. But if you can go in,
I've been there 25 years. I've got so many people that owe me favors in the construction business.
Awesome.
I used to own three businesses in Fayetteville myself.
Yeah.
And
perfect.
So I've got a nephew that works for a home buys and flips homes.
Perfect.
The only reason they didn't want to buy it when I offered it to them was they're back up 3 years in flipping houses right now.
Yeah, and it's probably there's not really spread there at the number that you're wanting. Well, Matthew, I really appreciate it, man. Hopefully this spring you get in there and you can make it shake.
No harm, no foul.
Yep.
It wasn't going to hurt my feelings one way or the other.
All right, Matthew, I really appreciate your time, man.
I'm not financially strapped and I'm capable of doing it myself. I will. I just didn't. If I didn't have to, fine and dandy.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I told Dorian, if this didn't work out, come this spring, I was coming in and do it myself either way.
Absolutely. Well, hey, when you do it, let me get some pictures. I want to see the work because it's going to be beautiful once you're done.
Yeah, well, I'm going to look at these pictures. And like I said, I haven't seen just how bad it was. I only know what my son told me, but I believe you when you say it's that bad. I have no doubt.
Yeah, for sure.
My son and I are going to have, he's going to be coming up with some cash.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I am not playing around with this, at least with him.
Yeah.
Because I told him, hey, I got a business hat and I got a dad hat. And when it comes to business,
yeah,
I'm not going to play around.
Those are two different hats. So when it comes to business, you got to put the business hat on.
Yeah.
Well, Matthew, I really appreciate it, man.
Appreciate your time, and like I said, not an issue. You don't want not doesn't bother me a bit.
All right. Well, you have a good one. I really appreciate it. All right.
Thanks, guys.
No problem.
Yes, sir.
Signed that contract with him. You just held on to that contract, right?
Say that again. Just put you on speaker.
I'm saying when you signed that contract with him, you just held on to that contract, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you see why I'm like, when you get properties like this, just hold on to the contract. Don't take it to escrow yet because you're not sure if you're going to be in or out. So why start escrow? Why pay the money when you don't even know? So you just held on to it. We just verbally said, oh, yep, this won't work. So you're just going to crumble that agreement up and throw it away.
Exactly. Yeah, I made that mistake on my first deal, bro.
Yeah, no, it happens, bro. Like I said, my first deal, as soon as I got it signed, I ran over to
escrow, right?
Yeah, ran over to escrow. Like, here we go. I don't want to put no money in. What's up? And I gave her like $1,000, and she gave me when I signed it like a week later, she called me. She was like, "Hey, if you plan on signing it, just turn it all in at once." I was like, so that's what I've done ever since, and that makes sense. So, yeah, that's a prime example of why you should hold on to that before you go to escrow.